In May 2019, rumors spread that country music legend Kenny Rogers was dying in a hospital in Georgia. Fans around the world worried about the man whose voice had defined generations of storytelling in country and pop music. Stories even circulated that his longtime friend and duet partner Dolly Parton had secretly visited him with recording equipment, hoping to capture one last song together. Whether completely true or partly myth, the moment reflected the powerful friendship between the two stars and the emotional legacy Rogers carried after decades in music. Kenny Rogers was born Kenneth Donald Rogers on August 21, 1938, in Houston, Texas. He was the fourth of 8 children growing up in the San Felipe Courts public housing project. Life was far from easy. His father worked as a carpenter and earned around $75 a week, barely enough to support the large family. Some nights the Rogers family dinner was simply peanut butter sandwiches. Despite the hardships, Kenny developed a strong determination to succeed. As a teenager, he took small jobs to help support himself, cleaning floors in a hat store and working as a busboy at the Rice Hotel. After saving about $60, he bought his first guitar from Sears, a simple purchase that would shape the rest of his life. By the age of 17, Rogers became the first person in his family to graduate from high school. During those school years, he formed a band with several friends called the Scholars. Although the name sounded academic, the group focused more on music than grades. They performed doo-wop songs at local dances, small halls, and community events around Houston. Their early recording, Poor Little Doggy, surprisingly sold around 3,000 copies locally, giving Rogers his first taste of success in the music business. In 1957, he entered a recording studio in Houston and recorded a song titled That Crazy Feeling. The song sold roughly 30,000 copies in Texas within a few months and climbed local charts, eventually earning Rogers an appearance on American Bandstand in 1958. For a young musician from a struggling neighborhood, appearing on national television was an incredible milestone. Around the same time, Rogers married his first wife, Janice Gordon, when they were both still teenagers expecting their first child. The young couple faced enormous pressure. Rogers worked factory jobs while performing small club gigs that sometimes paid only $15 a night. The stress eventually led to the end of the marriage, but Rogers continued chasing his dream of making it in music. In 1966, he joined the well-known folk group the New Christy Minstrels, which gave him valuable exposure on national television and major tours. Less than a year later, Rogers and several members left the group to form the first edition. The band achieved major success with their psychedelic rock hit Just Dropped In, To See What Condition My Condition Was In 1968, which reached the top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and sold nearly 2 million copies. By the late 1970s, Rogers reinvented himself once again, this time as a country solo artist. His 1978 hit The Gambler became one of the most famous songs in country music history, earning him a Grammy Award and inspiring a series of successful television movies. In 1983, he joined forces with Dolly Parton for the Duet Islands in the Stream, which topped the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the most beloved collaborations in music history. Over the course of his career, Kenny Rogers sold more than 120 million records worldwide, won multiple awards, and built a reputation as one of music's greatest storytellers. In his later years, he slowed down his touring schedule and focused more on family life, especially after welcoming twin sons in 2004. On March 20, 2020, Kenny Rogers passed away at the age of 81 in Sandy Springs, Georgia, surrounded by his loved ones. Shortly after his death, a previously recorded song titled Goodbye was released, sounding like a final message from a man whose music had touched millions. Though the gambler had finally laid down his cards, Kenny Rogers' voice, songs, and unforgettable stories continue to live on for generations.